Hello, hello! Welcome, my friends. How are you doing today? I hope your Tuesday's going well. Bit of a surprise stream. Had some time. Think all my meetings are done. And yeah, figured why not now? Why not now? Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Welcome Secret Life, but I believe Blitz beat you there just by a little bit. So Blitz was technically first, but I appreciate all of you for being here. Alrighty, let's see. I think you should be good to go. Boop. Welcome. Welcome. I have not eaten anything today, but I have a large cup of coffee, so that's good. That's probably fine. I probably won't get the shakes. I probably will get the shakes at some point. Welcome, Drew Blank. How are you doing? And Gilmore. Welcome. Fun fact, speaking of the shakes, we had an earthquake this morning. 4.9. Things went shaky. And I was actually not here. I was at the office in the morning. And when I came back, there were a few things that were knocked over. Nothing broke, but some random knickknacks that I had all been knocked over. But it honestly was just like a big, just like a jolt. Just like a woof, and then that was it. But anyway, how's your Tuesdays going? What have you been up to today? It's only about to be 12 here, so that should mean that most of you have experienced most of the day at this point. I am still behind. Let me see. I should have checked the map before I left. Okay, no red. Today, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I kind of have some ideas for things that I want to work on my island. I haven't decided what I want to do today. Julia, welcome! How goes it? How are you doing? Oh, also, Secret Life, you are the bits leader, by the way. That's awesome. Wearing that badge proud, I hope. Good. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Awesome. What was I gonna say? I'm excited about those fish flags. We talked about it yesterday on stream. But I am excited for some of those items to be here. Also, side note, I posted this in the Discord, but random Mario Party update? What? Does anyone here have Mario Party for the Switch? I'm kind of curious. About it. I own it. And I haven't played it in forever, though. Might need those in the future. Let's also throw this here for now. And this. Let's go right around and do some daily things. Wow, everybody's here. They're all here. They're all chatting. What is going on? It's crazy. Oh, and Abel. The Abel sister. Man, what else, though? Yeah, so I saw Mario Party's getting an update, which I know some people are... the reception is mixed from what I saw. I think most people are like, okay, but I haven't played this game in years at this point. Why now? I did see a good theory, which is that perhaps there was another Mario Party in the works, but maybe it's been delayed due to COVID stuffs. And so to kind of at least work on something, to kind of like release something, they're releasing this update. So now the update, the Mario Party update, all it adds is online functionality to a lot of things. I don't think it adds any new modes. I think there are some new games. But it's mostly just adding online to the current modes. There's some like from what I've read, the patch notes were actually kind of confusing because they mentioned like you can play different combinations of like certain number of people on a Switch. So like, for example, you can have like 2 people on a Switch. But I think if you have 2 people, the way it was written, again, was kind of confusing, but I think it's, if you have 2 people on one Switch, you can only either play with one other Switch that has 2 people or 1 person. And that's it. That's the only other combo. You can't do like one Switch, 2 on 1. So 3 different Switches. But I think you can do... And again, this is confusing, but I'm pretty sure you can do 4 different people on 4 different Switches. If you find the patch notes, you will see the confusion because they go into an in-depth explanation, which then makes it almost more confusing why they're doing that. Ginge, how are you? Man, I hope you're doing well. I hope your client goes well. I hope they know how lucky they are in this moment, but I hope you're doing well. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for popping in. Chemistry is killing me. I want to play AC. I need to prepare for oral exam. Hey. That was more of an Dang. I wish I knew more about chemistry to help you, but I do not. The main thing I remember about chemistry are moles. That's just about it. I actually had an excellent chemistry teacher in high school. He was also like part magician, and so he would do magic tricks. And I think for whatever reason, the one about moles is the one that's like stays in my mind. I couldn't tell you what a mole is. I think it's some kind of like measurement of something, right? But a mole is the quantity of anything that has the same number of particles found in 12 grams of carbon-12. What? What? That doesn't... The mole is the unit of measurement for amount of substance in the International System of Units. Doi. So my teacher... Oh gosh, this is amazing. So he has this set up all year round, and none of us knew it. But, like, you know, we had one of those, like, standard classroom ceilings that had, like, the tile, like, ceiling stuff. And, again, he has this set up all year round. But, like, we get into the classroom, and he's just, like, waiting for all of us to get ready and sit down. And kind of without any sort of prompt, he starts playing the Oh gosh, what's that movie? It's a classic. It's a classic space movie. Space movie old. What is that? What am I thinking of? Where it's like, I'm sorry, I can't let you do that, Dave. 2001: A Space Odyssey. There we go. I knew it had the word space in it. But he starts playing the 2001 Space Odyssey song, the one that's like, ba, 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 like that song. But it has like a big build-up. So as it's building up, he gets like his beakers, or not beakers, his Bunsen burners. He lights them up. So there's like flames up in the front of the classroom. He turns off the lights. He got like sparklers, and there's like just like sparklers kind of shooting up at the like front of the classroom. And then he goes to the very back of the classroom, and gets on a stool, and then he like pushes one of the like ceiling tiles away, and he like kind of nudges something, and you see like a giant stuffed mole, like the animal, a giant stuffed mole wearing a cape, gliding across like some fishing line that had apparently been there all year round. But the fishing line then runs like from the back of the classroom all the way to the front. And so it like, as this music is building up and playing, you see the mole, it flies across the room, and then he like walks to the front and like turns off the music and all the flames and is like, today we're talking about moles. And we were all like, what? What is this? What just happened? This is amazing. He also did like other magic tricks throughout the year. It was pretty great. At the end of the year, he was like, is there anything else you'd like us? Is there anything you would like to see again? And we all were like, can you do the mole thing? And so he did it again. It was great. My chem teacher is also amazing, but she doesn't do stuff like that. That's fair. Not everyone can be a magician. Not everyone can be a magician. Cola Poppy, welcome. Welcome. Taserface, how are you doing? I was just talking about high school chemistry class that I remembered. But today, I think we're going to work on my island a bit. Got some things that I want to do, but I'm also not sure what order I want to do them in. But I am good. I have not eaten today yet, and so maybe a little hungry, but I have a large cup of coffee. We had an earthquake today, and I'm pretty tired, I think. But I'm good. I'm doing good. It just hit me as I was thinking of that. I was like, oh, I'm tired. Good thing I have this large cup of coffee. Been thinking about starting your island again? Cola, why? What happened? What happened in between here and now? Here, then and now, I mean. More than... What am I trying to look for? Let's take a look at some new stuff. Let's see if anyone's made anything that I can use. I don't feel like moving stuff again. Oh no. Wait, move what stuff? Oh, look at this. May I visit your island? You definitely can. I don't know if today is going to be the day, because I'm going to be placing some things outside. I'm trying to work on some stuff today. The buildings, like the museum and stuff. Oh, also terraforming. Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, look, cheese. This would be perfect for the cheese wheel. That's coming soon. Yeah, we'll find time. Maybe later in the stream. There's some things that I want to place and work on. And so I kind of need to be able to do that. I can't do that if people are over. But maybe towards the end of the stream. Maybe I'll do that. There's some things I have to maneuver. Because I have some random items. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. He's from a video game. I can't remember what it's called. He's my PS4 like theme. He's in the background. I didn't want to restart yet because you didn't see what I did with the gnomes. Oh man, I do want to see the gnomes. I was actually talking about that. Or I was talking about the gnomes. Because I cleared out our catalog area. And I was like, how did this even start? And then I was like, oh, I think Cola had asked about gnomes, and then I had some other stuff that I was like, oh, maybe I'll put this out. Oh, man. By the way, if anybody's trying to make a Mario island, look at that. That's cool. I've been looking for a cafe exterior that is more like blue than anything. Want it to be bluish. This is a cool one. I'm gonna take a picture of this one. So if you guys see any, let me know. And I will look them up because I'm trying to make like a fish / sea / cafe, seaside cafe, and it needs to be mostly blue. It needs to be blue. I'm trying to get it to match the blue and white surfboard and the blue and white tent, but I need like a good front. I need a good, like, cafe front. Ooh, look at this. I don't know what that says. That is in Korean, it looks like. But that looks like a train car? Almost. Like, those are curtains on the left and right side of the circle. Those look cool. The depth. Let's take a look at this one also. Not that one. The depth. It's really nice. Man, I don't know if I could restart my island. I feel like I am going to be stuck with this one. And by stuck, I mean I really love it. But I can't imagine restarting. I think I'd seen some of these before. So it looks like nobody's made anything newer. Right? Actually, this does not look familiar, but this is cool.
Good.
It's pretty neat. It's a boat. A side of a boat. The color scheme is cool. I'd be okay if I found something like that, but where the walls were blue, there's a bakery camper. But it's a cafe. It's not a... This, you know... Let's just save it. Let's just save this just in case. Maybe we... Maybe we just theme it more piratey sea stuff and call it a day. Let's see here. Actually, some of this is new. Maybe I just saw something that looked really familiar. I did see this. I thought this was cool. It looks like a book. I wonder what they're doing on their island. Like why they need this, but it looks like a little book, and they also have another one. And I just think this is such a cool idea. Okay, maybe now we've hit the point where we're hitting repeats. I think so. Oh, that looks neat. I feel like there was something I was going to say, and I have already forgotten it. It has already left my brains. But let's see. Maybe I need to search just online for a good... What is this? I don't know what that says. So... What is this one? Obviously they go together, but I'm curious. Those kind of look like desserts? Let's see. Translate. Bistro? Something? Is that what that says? Wait. Or retro? I don't know. It's not this thing. Oh, Keroppi's retro something. That kind of makes sense. Maybe this is meant to go with the Keroppi hallway. Emmers, welcome. How are you doing? How goes it? How's your day going? Surprise stream. I am currently surprise stream. I know, even though I also kind of mentioned yesterday that I might be streaming today, it's fine. Still, I think technically a surprise because I didn't know I was gonna do it until the last minute. I was like, I'm gonna even make my coffee first before I start telling people, so people don't have to wait as long. But how is your day going so far? How are you? Currently trying to find a good standee pattern. Still to this day, trying to find a good blue one. Just had a realtor swing by. Nice. Hope that went well. The JoJo ones are good. Burnsy, how are you? How are you doing? Wait, I think I missed the JoJo one. How is it going? How was your day? Your day's almost, it's like winding down. Where did I see? Hold on. I think I've made a mistake. I should have saved the one that I was looking at, and I did not. I've made a terrible mistake. There we go. This is what I want to look at. I just want to collapse and sleep. Oh man, it's been a long day then, or just tired. Yeah, we might be able to sell this place for twice the amount we bought it for. Lol, that's awesome. Congratulations, Emers, that's awesome. I didn't think you went past the JoJo ones. I just like some of them. Oh, okay. I thought you saw some, and I was like, what? That's awesome. I feel like I think, well, I take that back. Maybe I did know that you watched anime, but I feel like I haven't heard you talk about it all that much. I will say I did. I pretty much just got back from the gym. That's why I'm knackered. That's awesome. What is this? Is that supposed to be like him holding the, like a Kame? Like a spirit bomb? Maybe it's a spirit bomb. I guess it's not a Kamehameha. That's awesome. I've only seen a few. Okay, nice. So now just trying to finish some art prizes so I can start packing things we don't need. Oh, so you're moving, Emers. You're moving. That's awesome. Which ones have you watched? Burns. I was gonna say I did. I rewatched. Well, I actually hadn't watched it, but I wanted to see your VOD, where you dropped the penguin. And so I went, and your face would be the spirit. This is amazing. I'm gonna screenshot this just because I don't think I'll use it. But I rewatched your VOD where you dropped the penguin because I was like, I want to watch this organically. It's hilarious. It's amazing. What was I gonna say? Oh, you mentioned that you got a coffee machine in the beginning, and I was curious because I have a really terrible coffee machine that I make some lattes from. Actually, this is what I drink here typically is a caramel white mocha. Why? Because I don't just drink espresso. So I have a bit of a sweet tooth. So I was curious how your coffee machine is, if you like it. Ooh. One Punch Man, JoJo's. MHA. Is that? Oh, no, I'm thinking of FMA. My Hero. Okay, yeah. I actually have not watched My Hero yet. I kind of want to. Danberu Nan Kilo. I don't think I know what that one is. Future Diary. I think I had a friend who showed me Future Diary. One Punch Man is really good. It is very good. I think it's a perfect mix of like humor and action. It's great. One of my favorites, I granted, so I started watching anime when I was much younger, and then I stopped for quite a bit, where I would just kind of watch like a show or two every like couple of years. So there's a lot that I have not watched. Oh my god, wait. Future Diary was? Wait, let me double check this is the one I'm thinking of. That would be one of the weirdest ones to watch. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I felt uncomfortable watching most of it. I was like, this is really intense. I don't know how I feel about this. So that's hilarious. So that was your first one. I started off with Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon because that was the Toonami lineup when I started watching. I remember, and I will admit my failures. I 100% started watching anime and started watching Toonami because I was like, this looks so dumb. Like, I'm gonna watch this and make fun of it. And I like started watching it, and then I was like, lol, that was dumb. And then the next day I was like, I wonder what happens next. And then and then I became a weeb. And now I'm the weeb you see before you. It just, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? I don't think. Oh wait, isn't this the one that's like a workout or something? Yes, I saw somebody talk about this once on the YouTubes. Never seen Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball? Yeah. Honestly, I liked Sailor Moon way more than like Dragon Ball. I thought Dragon Ball is a bit more redundant. Sailor Moon is kind of like a very easy thing to watch. Like it's kind of like what you expect. It's like every episode there's like a problem. Somehow there's like a monster tied in with this problem. And then one of the Sailor Moon Sailor Scouts saved the day. That's kind of it. And then like repeat ad infinitum. It's kind of like an easy just watch. Dragon Ball, I felt like is a classic, but I got tired of like so little happens sometimes in between episode, because it's like literally Goku is charging up a spirit bomb for 5 episodes. And you're just kind of like, what is happening? He's just standing there yelling into the ether. I don't understand. But it's still like, there's some great fights too, though. Let's see. Gilmore, you watched Full Metal. I loved Full Metal. Full Metal Alchemist. That is probably one that I'd recommend. You see, you said you've seen the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan. I have not watched a single episode. I know that people were really excited. Maybe there was a lot of talk happening about Attack on Titan over the past few weeks. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, either a season just ended or something's about to happen. Not really sure. My favorite anime, which is it's one of the ones that I watched growing up, is Cowboy Bebop. I 100% love that show so much. I have been searching. There's this one shirt that I saw a while back, and I want it so bad, but I think it's out of print, and it makes me really sad. But it's actually, my outro references Cowboy Bebop. But the shirt it's just black. It's a long sleeve black shirt, has the Cowboy Bebop logo. And then on the sleeves, it has I think in English, it has "See You Space Cowboy" on both sides. And it just, I'm like, oh, I want that so bad, but I think it's out of print. I also saw somebody on Instagram bought like I forgot the name of his ship. Is it a fish? No. The swordfish? Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, someone had the Spike's spaceship, like a little model of it, and I was like, give it to me. Maluna, how's it going? And back to the coffee machine, it's a DeLonghi bean to cup. It's pretty good. You're listening to Stardew music? I am. This is a part of the video game study lounge. Ponyo! I love Ponyo. So good. I love any of those Ghibli films, just about. By the way, for those that don't know, if you go on Spotify and look up the Video Game Study Lounge by Game Chops, it is a royalty-free playlist. There's currently 550 songs, 26 hours. And they update it every few days with more stuff. Maluna!
Jetpack 13 bump, Jetpack 13 bump, Jetpack 13 bump.
Jetpack 13 bump! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Ponyo, more like Pogyo. That's awesome. I just saw that. Thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it. We need to play some more Apex soon. Cap and I have just played it randomly at random times. It feels like really late at night, but we should play some more. I was about to go into a whole tirade of Apex stuff, but I just sighed it out. I sighed it out. So we'll talk about it later. But Ponyo, it's wholesome, it's great. My favorite Ghibli film is, I've mentioned this before, but Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I will say, it's a bit slow, I understand that, and anybody going into it should know that, yeah, it's a bit slow at times, but the music's good, the Nausicaa is cool, and let me find, I'm pretty sure I still have, oh, maybe, hold on. Is it in here? Where is he? Where is he? I'm still holding 3 fingers up because this is still related. It's still related. Don't you worry. It's coming. Where did it go? Or it could be one of those things where I was like, I won't need this anymore. Delete. I probably deleted it. Wait for it. Oh, I guess I don't have it. Hold on. Let me go find it again. Everyone hold 3 fingers up. What's his name? My favorite character from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and what I wish I could have like a beard that looked like this. I wish this was physically, I don't think this is physically possible to have, but I wish it was, and I wish it was mine. Wait for it. Okay. Boom, look at that beard. Lord Yupa, he's the best. And I love how they drew his mustache beard combo is just a floof. It's just one big floof, and I wish that was possible. I want that. He also has these 2 like really cool short like daggers, but they're if I recall correctly, they're like pretty thick daggers. Maybe not. No, he does, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess they're not. They're more... One's a dagger, one's a sword. But he, like, fights super cool. I would love a Nausicaa live action. I would love it. Anything is possible if you try hard enough. Thank you. That's the... It's kind of like, one of my favorite memes is the Dexter's Lab meme. There you go. It's really, and this is the truth. If there's anything you guys need to hear from me today, it's this. It's not the beard on the outside that counts. It's the beard on the inside. And so I feel like that's what we should all remember today. At least for today. This Tuesday. This is the thing I want you to walk away with. It's not the beard on the outside. It's the beard on the inside. So, maybe one day I can look like this. Maybe one day. That's my goal. Like a Pixar message I walked into. Exactly. Oh, Ponce, welcome. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Dexter's Laboratory is also fun. It is also good. I mean, my favorite anime is Family Guy, but to each their own. Am I right? Good. Just working and lurking. Nice. I do that all the time. I know what it's like. I hope you're having a good work and lurk. But no, Cowboy Bebop, man, if you are a fan, let me pitch you this idea. If you are a fan of a few things, one, maybe you're a fan of Firefly, if you ever watched that show with Nathan Fillion, or maybe you really like space stuff. Boom. Or maybe you really like westerns. Or maybe you really like what was I gonna say? Hold on. I said Firefly, Westerns, space stuff. Oh, I was gonna say noir. Like, if you like film noir stuff, also fits. And then, last one, I'll say if you like, oh, wait, you can... I don't know if that's true. I think you're thinking of The Mandalorian. I'm talking about Cowboy Bebop. I don't believe she's in that. If you like... Oh, like found family stories. And I mentioned this the other day. Wait, she is? Gina Torres. Oh, yes. You're right. I was thinking of Gina Carleo. I don't know. I don't watch The Mandalorian. Sorry. But yeah, Gina Torres. She's great. Yes. I forget all their names. Who was the one that played... the mechanic engineer? She was also in a show called Space Cases that I watched growing up. I'm gonna go lurk and make some foods. Ooh, nom nom. I hope you have a wonderful foods. What was I gonna say? The other day I was talking about how I love like gangs, and like any kind of movie or TV show that has like found family type setups. Man, Cowboy Bebop, that's like a great one. And Cowboy Bebop has this like, okay, we're gonna go on a rant right now, a good rant. Cowboy Bebop has like a really good mix, I think, personally, in my opinion. IMO has a great mix of humor and like really emotional, tense moments. And I love it. And I think that, like, to me, that was such a good, like, proof of it being, like, a well-written show. Like, they could handle, like, some comedy, and they actually had, like, some really good, funny moments. And then they were also able to, like, then flip that on its head, and then you would get, like, really, I don't know, just emotional, kind of, like, heartfelt stuff. And I loved it. Loved it so much. Jewel State. That's who I was thinking of, Gilmore. Yes. Yes. She was on a show called Space Cases on Nickelodeon. And, which was such a weird show, but I loved it. It also features a space crew, found family. It was not noir, though, I will say. It's not very Cowboy Bebop-ish. I did see, going back, Samurai Champloo, also great. The music is phenomenal, and I think that's actually what got me into listening to a lot of lo-fi, because the artist who did the music for Samurai Champloo, his name is Nujabes. He's phenomenal. Unfortunately, passed away a few years back. Finger guns? But look at that. It does look like I'm doing but the music of Samurai Champloo is so good, and especially the intro. Every once in a while I'll just listen to the intro. I'll watch the intro on YouTube and just be like, man, this is so cool. I love it. Anyway, at some point I should do we should just talk about anime, and I can be like, these are the ones that I recommended. These are the ones that I recommend. I watched a lot of weird ones growing up, because anime wasn't as popular when I started, so it was kind of like you just kind of had to watch whatever you could get your hands on. So one of the ones that I remember that probably very few of you have maybe watched is Serial Experiments Lane. And it's about this girl who hooks herself up to her computer, and a dead classmate is contacting her from the inside the internet or something. It sounds spoopier than it does. It wasn't spoopy. It's kind of like cyberpunky in a way. But it was really weird. Sounds familiar? The art style was very unique and kind of cool. But man, I've rewatched Cowboy Bebop so many times. I think it's phenomenal. I watched Naruto. Gina Torres is in Firefly. Yes. I got confused with her name and somebody else. And Alan Tudyk is great. He was also in the show Alphas, not Alphas. Dollhouse. He was in the show Dollhouse. Confused. And he was also great in that. I like this one about these kids from the future helping their selves from the past. Everyone from the future is connected with some bungee on their backs. Interesting. See ya, Julia. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us today. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Can't remember the name. That doesn't sound familiar. I like a lot of slice of life stuff too. I don't know if you guys have ever watched any clips on finger guns. See you later. Catch you on the flip side. There is have you heard of it's right there. It's right on the tip of my brain. It's right on the tip of my brain. Nietzsche Joe. Gina Carano, that's what it is. I was thinking Gina's, and I had recently talked about Gina Carano. And so I was like, oh. I was like, I think we're getting confused. Truth was, I was the one being confused. I don't know if you guys have ever watched any clips of the show Nietzsche Joe, but it's so good. It's so good. I wonder if I could get away showing you guys a clip. I wonder if I wonder if I could get away with this. Without getting just immediately copyright struck. Let's see what happens. let's just see what happens. We might get copyright struck. I don't know. If so, oops. Oops. That would be my bad. That'd be my bad. They'll probably just mute the part you share. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. I think all I need to do is just swap over to... It might stutter a little bit. I don't think my computer likes me playing videos a lot of times. Let's see, is that... Hold on. I need to move this way. And... Oops. What did I do? Okay, hold. Okay, this is going to be worth it. All right. I think... Just make this taller. I think if I scooch you a little that way. All right. So Nietzsche Joe is just like a slice of life anime where It's these girls in elementary school, I think. Maybe they're in middle school. I can't quite tell. But they, I think they're part of maybe a manga club or like where they make their own, something like that. But in this clip, one of the main characters is currently in the hallway because she gets in trouble. Is like maybe she was talking or something. I can't remember. She's put in the hallway. This is the first clip I ever saw of Nichijou, and I had to then watch like every clip I could find. I could literally just get lost rewatching clips of Nichijou. It is just so funny. Like a lot of it is pretty normal-ish. Like the commotion was outside, so she is not wrong. That's true. Okay, let me put music again. Most of it's a slice of life anime, so it's like pretty normal, but there are just like, it'll just all of a sudden escalate to something crazy like that. That like, there's also an episode where it's like, there's one character who's afraid of dogs, and they're walking down the street, and an unleashed dog shows up, and she can't cross the street anymore. She can't keep walking down the street because she's afraid that this dog is going to attack her. This dog is like a super cute looking, like it's just drawn to be like a very cute looking dog, but she's still too scared. And eventually some of the other students show up and they're like, oh, what's wrong? She's like, oh, I'm afraid, this dog's gonna bite me or whatever. And one of the girls goes up to the dog and she's like, oh no, look, this dog is so sweet. He'll never bite you. And she like goes to put out her hand like she's gonna go pet the dog. And the dog just immediately just like clamps onto her hand. And she starts screaming so loud that like imagine like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha like laser beam like shoots out of her mouth. It like pierces through a building, and then the dog lets go and she's just like staring at her hand. And then the other girl comes up to go check on this girl. The dog comes up and bites her on the ankle, I think. And then she starts screaming. A laser beam shoots out of her mouth. It like just goes into the sky, and then there's like a shot of like planets being just like punctured through like with this laser beam. It's just, this show is over the top sometimes, and I love it. And you never quite know when it's about to happen. It's just great. I love it. I love stuff like that. How did we start talking about anime? What? How did we get here? Where are we? How have I not done anything on my island yet today? I'm kidding. That happens way too often. Interesting. Luigi Camper. That's actually pretty fun. If this was blue, this would not be so bad for what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those who have recently popped in, I'm trying to find like a cafe front that's maybe blue or blue and white. Or white with hints of blue. That's not a van. It needs to be like a building front. It started with JoJo. You're right. You are right. That's how, yeah. Good memory. I get lost and I'm just like, how did we get here? Is it part of it? Is it because I haven't eaten anything and I've only had coffee? Probably. I am starting to feel a little jittery. So that's fun. Not bad. I don't mind it. I don't like the circle around the thing. What time is it for me? It is 12:50. 12:50 p.m. So normally I don't typically have breakfast. I'll have lunch, but I've been hungry today. I was hungry like when I woke up, and still haven't eaten. Let's see something. I think I saved a couple. Yeah, so I'm hungry for some lunch, but I was supposed to start cooking something in a crock pot today to have for dinner, and I didn't have enough time before I left for work. So I need to... no, I don't mind eating on stream. I tend not to, but I have. And just want to see this real quick. So we would need... I need to grab a couple of those simple panels really quick. I thought about maybe ordering some food, getting something delivered. I don't know. I could. Somebody was talking about sushi the other day, and it's kind of making me crave some sushi. You have had pizza and waffles on stream. Those were special occasions. Yeah. It's mostly been special occasions where I'm like, okay, I can eat some food. I did have some Japanese snacks. I had my Tokyo Treats box, which, by the way, one, it's fun. Burns is also doing the same thing, but I thought I canceled my... or not canceled. I thought when I signed up for Tokyo Treats, I thought I specifically ordered just the single box, and I didn't sign up for a subscription. Well, hold on. I don't mind jazz. Love jazz, actually. But it's hard to talk over sometimes. I thought I just bought the singular box. And so then the other day I saw the Sakura Co., which is like owned by the same company, but it's like different stuff. I saw that they had some stuff that looked pretty good. And so I was like, oh, I will, I'll order this box. And that box actually has come in. I think I might open it up this weekend. But then yesterday, I get a notification saying that my Tokyo Treats box is on the way. And I was like, excuse me? What? Who's this? The what now? And so anyway, apparently I somehow did sign up for the subscription. And so, come to find out, I have another snack box on its way. So I have two. I already have one. Another one's on its way. And I guess I'll have both now. But anyway, so that's happening. I was actually really excited about the Sakura Co. one because it's like a lot of mochi stuff, and I love mochi. It also has like some good tea. It's like a nicer type of box, I think. But I haven't even looked to see what this month's Tokyo Treat box is, so I'm going in it completely blind. No idea. Welcome, Shadow. How are you doing? Ponce, you miss sushi? Haven't had it in a while? Oh, look at Kit Kat. I've never seen them use like a little spray bottle before to water something. Cool. So yes, a couple of people have been talking about sushi recently. I'm like, man, sushi does sound good, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be nice? Oops, what did I just get rid of? Getting rid of for work? Nice. Oh yeah, your day has to be just starting. What did I get rid of? I have laugh. What was this one? clap? Nope. I don't remember at all. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. Alright, I want to see how this works. So this is the idea. For like a front. Right? Is that how people do it? Or do they do... Or do they do a, stall behind it? I think it's a stall. It's a stall that should go in front of the simple panels. Yes, 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 yes. I used to get some by work. It was this place called Honeyfish Poke. Poke? Poke. It's like Subway. You'd make it your own way? That's awesome. Excuse me. We have a revolving sushi place here in town where like all the sushi's on a conveyor belt. I assume they are not doing very well in this past year. Because, you know, I think the last thing you want during the pandemic is sushi that passes by every person in the entire restaurant. I can't imagine it's going too well. But I think they're still around. There's a couple of good Japanese restaurants here. And they have some good, like, custom rolls and stuff. Man, now I want sushi. What have we done? What have we done? How do I make a stall? Is it just regular wood? Have a great stream as I have to go do some last minute things. No problem, Shadow. Thanks for popping in. I hope your workday goes well. It is. It's 24. Or I need 24 for 2. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I haven't had sushi in a bit though. I've had some Japanese food. I had some ramen a few weeks ago, like a ramen bowl, and oh, and I had some vegetable tempura from a place. Then I tried to make my own, and that failed miserably. I don't know how to make. How does one make? I'm not very good at frying things. I will say that. I haven't had much experience with, like, just frying things in general. But I don't know how people make tempura. It could. I was having so much trouble. Your husband is a cook. Nice. I can cook some things, but like, I didn't grow up ever making Asian food at home, and we also didn't really fry things, and so like I'm awful at it. Anytime I need to fry stuff, it's like, okay, we'll just wing it. That's how people do this, right? Everything you just wing it, and it'll turn out fine. It did not turn out fine. The like breading that like the panko breading and stuff kept on just like flaking off of all of it. It was miserable. I did have one part of it came out okay, which was I used some sweet potatoes, and it actually worked. It looked good, and it tasted good too. But that was it. That was the end of the goodness. Everything else that I made with it was just not okay. Okay, so that's there. So imagine... Okay, you see, so this is what... I'm looking for something like this standee, but something blue. Because I want it to be blue and white, so it matches some of the sea stuff. But I'm thinking what I could do is like... If I brought this way... Well, I'm not going to be able to move the simple panels. But I'm thinking like if I set this up here, then I set up basically a copy of it one space apart, so that you can at least like walk through it. I would have like a little cafe setting behind it. And it would look like, so all of my beach areas, most of them, excluding like all of these random items that I have for giveaways and things, are themed around the different surfboards. So like ignore this Mario stuff. I actually meant to give that away a long time ago and have not. And these are also for a giveaway. But, so like this area here is themed off of this surfboard. It just so happens that tent kind of goes along with it. I had, like, this section is supposed to be red and black to match that one. This one here, ignore these front things because I was testing some stuff out. I had this area here. I threw in some extra items because I want to use this stuff. Basically, the table setting, the surfboard, the tent. I have like a blue espresso machine, like a blue mug, white mug. I want to use all of that in a cafe area that all looks blue and white. And I think I'm going to move it all from this side here to the other side because this is just such a weird place. And so I want to move all of this, and I have, like if it's kind of fish themed or like blue themed, I can throw in a couple of these tables that look like this. And I was testing it out, and I can actually, if you stack, you can actually stack a couple of things to put maybe like a fish so that it looks like it's in the window of this like standee. I'm trying to do something like that over there, but I need to find a good standee pattern that looks like a cafe but is like maybe white and blue or mostly blue, white with hints of blue, something like that so it matches the rest of it. What I have out here, I mean, I guess is fine. It's just brown, but it doesn't really go with everything else because everything else is so light. Is this as far back as it? No. Oh, no, you can push it even closer. Nice! Yeah. Because you see, if this was, like, bluish, I could then throw this fish table out here. And that way it looks like a little fish cafe, you know, that old chestnut, the old fish cafe that people talk about all the time, because it's definitely a thing and not something that does not make sense. But yeah, fish cafe. Walk in, got a nice little, and there's plenty of room here, and I don't ever really use it. So I figure we could push this a little bit further to the right. You could walk in and then have like a nice little seating area like here-ish, some coffee machines. I don't know. I think it'd be nice. And I kind of wanted to use these little, I think they're technically tables. But if you turn them away so that you don't see the face, they just look like a nice little coffee cup thing. I feel like if you saw the face with this one, it might not look as... I don't know. I don't know if it fits the theme, but thank you, Wavy Cat. By the way, I do want to play some Words on stream again soon. That was so much fun. That was the first time that I had been playing it. And I was like, oh, this is I'm so addicted to this right now. I could not stop. I could not stop playing it the other day. It was a problem. It had become a problem. But that was so much fun. All right, so I actually think that looks. Let's try something. One, I need to move the pipe that's over here. Let's move it back to my house. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever seen it before. And Gilmore in our chat was just like, hey, have you ever tried this? Maybe. We had just finished like an indie game. And we still had like at least an hour left. And so I was like, well, what do we do? Do I just end the stream? She's like, oh, have you tried this? I was like, I haven't, but I will. Let's go. Let's give it a shot. And man, that was so much fun. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll play a little bit today. Because that was just easy and like just fun. I will say I'm not very competitive, and so like for me, I was kind of like, oh, I don't necessarily, I don't care if I'm at the top or you know, I just want to have fun. Okay, I think an octopus and something else. Maybe it was this. What song is this? From Super Mario 64. It is. I just like to have fun with it. Top doesn't really matter to me. You were doing so good, though. You were doing so good. That was fun. With some of those harder ones, I would just look to see what y'all had kind of already figured out. And I'd be like, oh, is this... Is part of this? Oh, I didn't place the pipe. Is there a word in this that I can use? Perfect. That's just how I eventually started doing stuff. All right. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, you see, that's perfect. So you can, like, you kind of get a cool little... So, yeah, I still need to find some kind of blue frontage. Maybe I could try to make my own. That seems like a lot, though. Also, I think I have these backwards. These are totally... No, I think that's normal. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, the beds are supposed to be kind of like a little roofing. I like that. Have you tried checking Pinterest? I actually haven't. I probably should. I had just been going onto the Nook app. What is it? I had just been going through there and just sort of like just seeing what new standees have been made, but I actually haven't looked on Pinterest. Maybe I should do that while you guys play. While we play words on stream, I just look on Pinterest for some stuff. Oh, I guess no, it would need to be on my screen too, so that wouldn't work. Never mind. That'd be great though. Hold on. I hate logging into Pinterest because I just hate it. Hold on. Animal Crossing cafe? Maybe I'll look for... Let's look for Animal Crossing Cafe. Let's see if we can find... Or... Oops. Animal Crossing Pattern Cafe? Alright, let's see. Oh, wow, look at these. That's so good. This isn't a hold on. I love how creative people are. I was just looking at this. This would be great to put on either one of the tables or maybe even in the ramen place that I have back there. Look at that. So what they do is they then put like so this is just the outdoor table like I have out here, but then they put a cutting board on one side so it blocks like the second loop of it. It looks so good. So simple, but so good. We might save that for later. I need to post that in our Discord. We have a custom designs channel. I'm gonna put that in there right now. Tags, squid, fish, market, cutting board. That's what it is. Not a chopping board. All right, boom. So I can find it later. I kind of been throwing things in there so I can find it later. All right. I love how creative people are with these things. I think that looked so cool. Is that still on the screen? No, it's not. Okay. Sometimes when I drag something onto the screen, I forget, oh, I did not take this off and no one can see anything. Okay, I think I've seen this person's stuff before. Let's look at something up real quick. They have some, like, cafe exteriors, but none in the color that I need. But maybe if I check their creator code, maybe they will have something. Oh, interesting. I'll show you guys. Ooh. So many things to show you. Okay, one at a time. One at a time. Creator ID. 0121. I think I may have even favorited this person's stuff before. We'll see. 9605. And if anybody wants any of these things, yeah, I think I have favorited their stuff. Looks really familiar. I mean, maybe I just use this. It's not blue, but it is white. And there's like some hints. It's gray, but you know, it kind of looks blue-ish. If anyone wants any of these codes at any point or wants to see something, let me know and I'll stop. Or, you know, pull it up, I mean. I mean, it's kind of cafe-ish. It's wooden. Looks like just a little planter box, but I don't know. We'll see. European windows. Almost looks like a mountain. It does. I can kind of see. I see what you're. These are pretty nice. Let me just enter in this code. Might just screenshot it in case somebody wants it later. These are European windows. Oh, and I guess I was looking at the wrong thing too. Where is it? Oh, the one that she had on here is not here anymore. I suppose these are pretty good. These look maybe a little even more elaborate than the old ones. It looks pretty cool. Okay, that was the squid one. Let's see. A lot of camper vans. I'm seeing a lot of camper vans. Wow, look at this. It looks so good. Man, I will have to use this in the wintertime at some point. Okay, hold on. I keep looking for the little bit, and then I will show you guys what I was talking about. I love how creative people are. I know I've said that 50 times in the last 2 minutes, but I love how creative people are. Camper van designs. I might have to end up making my own, because I feel like there are so many that are like so close and yet like just not the right color. Is this Spirit Fair? Sounds like it. Where is this? Where did I? I'm going to just put in this code. So I hope this is still here. Sun made some like winter patterns that look so cool. And that would be so good in the wintertime. I hope it's still here. Yeah, it's this one. I need to save this. With it doubled up, it looks so good. Pinterest isn't letting me drag and drop it from there, but on like a simple panel, it looks so cool. It would make it would be pretty fun to have this. Okay. Oh, this is Hollow Knight. Interesting. I'll be back in winter soon. Southern Hemisphere. Oh, nice. Wait, where are you located? Ish. You don't have to tell me exactly. I'm kind of jealous. I actually love winter more than I like. Oh, in AC, I see. AC, I see. That's awesome. I actually think my island looks better in the winter time. And I also prefer winter in general. And it kind of matches. I live in Alaska, and so it just kind of fits. It fits. So I kind of miss. I know everyone was like, "Man, I'm so excited to have green grass again," and I was like, "Oh, oh." I tried doing, and this actually looks okay. I've wanted to visit Alaska for a while now. Maybe one day. I hope you do, and I hope you enjoy it. It's so good. If you ever come up here, you have to go eat some pizza at a place called Moose's Tooth. It is the highest grossing non-chain pizza restaurant in the U.S. And it is so good. In the wintertime, these tents look so much better because it looks like little mountain peaks. In the spring, you can kind of make the argument that they look like that they're still snow-capped, like they're far away, but they're snow-capped. Which is, I mean, Alaska right now, that is the case. The mountains still have snow on them, even though it's mostly brownish green right now. But it loses its effect. I think I have some pictures. I take a lot of photos. Still... Wow, this is still cherry blossom season. Maybe I take too many photos. Have I considered that? Where is... winter? Nope. Oh, winter. That's not my island, but... Let's see. I'm trying to find a good picture of it. It was New Year's. Aw, Christmas Day. That was so much fun. Maybe I only have videos of it. Oh. You can see the start of it. I added more later. I guess I don't have a very good shot of it, unless I just missed it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I feel like these look so much better in the wintertime. It just kind of matches everything, and the Aurora Borealis and stuff. It was just perfect. I should probably get rid of the trees that are behind them. I think I just kind of moved them there to get them out of the way. Yeah, this was great. This is actually my, so in my, like, Just Me screen, right now I have it where it's, like, the cherry blossoms. For the wintertime, I used a video of this, so you could get, like, the, I stood here for a while and just took video. Yeah, I loved it. I think this is the first night I had an aurora. And I was like, I have to take some photos and video because with my island kind of being like Alaska inspired as well, and we have the aurora borealis up here too. I was like, oh, I have to I'd take this. But yeah, I think the mountains look a lot better in the winter time than they do like right now. But they still kind of work. I mean, especially if you're far away, maybe. The further you are, the less you realize that they're like canvas material, you know? But I should probably get rid of the, yeah, those trees that are up there. I don't think they need to be there. I'll get rid of them now, but... Yeah, I kind of just threw these here. We can get rid of them. I don't know if I've seen this really since this bamboo tree grew, but I like it. I think that looks good there. Okay. Oh, what was he doing? Pinterest? That's right. I might have to just make my own. Which one did I try down here? I can't remember. I did the one looks like a little Japanese shop. I need to. Looks very pretty with the Karakuropi stuff. Yeah. Neither do I. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was I was inspired. I was inspired by. I didn't save. I'm a dummy. I need to find. Where was? Oh no. I was watching somebody vlog about Japan, and they went into this little like here it is. We're gonna try this. They went into like I forget what it's called, but it's like a day hotel. But it's like a spa sort of, so you can like they have like really nice baths and you get your own little private room. They do like some people will like just rent a room just to do work from there. They give you like a really nice comfy robe. And what was cool was like this room had like a joined not joined, how should I say this? There was like a room with a window view into a little garden. And then it looked like there was another room, but to the left. So like both rooms are looking into this little garden area without being able to see each other. And I kind of saw, that was kind of what I was trying to do there. So there's like a big row of the hallways, and then like it breaks with like a river around it, and then there's another adjacent one. It's kind of what I was trying to do. And I think it turned out well enough. I really like it. And I've been trying to figure out ways to incorporate more Zen stuff into my island, because I just like the way they look. But I'm still trying to combine like a what is this one? Trying to use like both like woodsy, foresty things, but also some Zen stuff as well. Let's put that here, and then maybe this one. Wonder how this would look. I have some Zen stuff around my spot too. I've been redecorating, but my time to play has been a bit limited, sadly. No! I get that. Yeah, some days I am a bit busier, so I don't get to play as much. I'll just kind of like sign in, see what NPC is there for the day, and then maybe do that, and then just kind of have to end. But luckily with streaming, I get a chance to kind of mess around on my island for at least a little bit. Most streams. Yeah, sometimes it's just like, oh, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of time. There's no time. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's push this forward for a second. Is this a stall? Yeah. Oh, and I guess, oops. Should have put the simple panels first. Come on. All right. So if I put some fish behind these, I think it would look good. Roof might need to change. I don't know if I like how that matches, but... Because what I'm trying to do... Also, do I need the... I think I do need the simple panels behind them. Even though with... When you put the fish in, you don't actually see through. Let me do this. Oops. And so, whichever one I would like, basically, I would love something similar to this, but with some more blue. With some more blue. And then I could change the roofing here, because, yeah, I don't think the roof really fits the style. Like, maybe if the roof had some blue to it, or... That would look kind of nice, maybe. The thing is, I don't think this specific... Like, you like the one on the right better? It looks nice. I just don't know if it would match everything. Because, like, everything else will be blue and white. Is kind of the thing. I don't know if it looks weird. Excuse me. I don't know if it would be weird that the standee is brown. Or if it would look better if it was... blue or white. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hold on. Let me try to replace this one. Hold on, let's see. Yes. Okay, there we go. If you have an idea in mind, why not try it? Maybe I should at least, like, I could start placing everything else, and then we can figure out the entrance. I love just seeing Bruce back there just watering things. Hold on. Let's stand back. Yeah, let's maybe start placing some things. We can move all this. Let me just go to the bathroom really quick, and then I will come back and we can make it. Yes, I'm going to use the bathroom, enjoy this music for the little bit that I am gone. I'll be right back. I'll be back here real soon. Alrighty. I am back. Alright, so let's... How much pocket space do I have? Let's figure out where we want... this truly be. Do I have... Okay, yeah, I can pick up this stuff. I guess I'll just place these off to the side for now. What I want to do... Nope, I'm going to take that. I'll go get all the other items. I'm going to bring them here. Let's see if that's enough room. I also need to take this pipe up to the top. Also, I think the music's probably a little too loud. Oop, let's drop it down just a little bit. Then yeah, we can at least start putting together most of this, and then I can always change the front and the stalls to fit whatever pattern we need. Where is it? Place that there. Let's drop the wood here. Won't need that for a bit. Also, actually, might craft more of that blue fencing. Or see, let me see first see if I have any in storage. I'm thinking what I'll do is oh, I do have some. Part of me wants to see if I can force the entrance to be in between like the stalls and stuff. So I might block out this like the patio area, if you will. We'll see how that looks. I don't know if I have enough pockets for all this stuff. We can leave, like, the bed. Oops. I need to get rid of this stuff. I have too many of these things. Why do I have so much stuff? Alright, let's drop things we don't need right now. Drop that. Drop that. Put that away. We don't need that. We don't need rope fencing. Okay. Okay, we'll take this. Oh, we need that surfboard. We'll drop all this stuff over there. We'll come back. The Mario stuff. I have some other items we meant to give away a while back. I need to figure out a good time for that. Maybe with this new update or something. So, okay, part of me wants to fence this area in a bit. Let me drop something. Not what I meant to pick up at all. Let's pick this. Okay. What if you are here. Okay. The loft bed? Is that still in my pockets? Oh, I guess. Oh man. No, I guess I need to put these down. All right. I need to just drop more stuff. Let's just do that. I don't know why I'm. Okay, let's drop that for now. That's one of them. That's the other one. Mug. Garden chair. Okay, that's fine. Okay, place this down. The loft bed goes yonder. Oh wait, wrong way. So, I'm thinking that's the edge of it. What if? Basically, like this. Oh, this is a weird empty space, though. It goes here. Maybe. Oh, okay. Well. Okay, maybe just make the entrance a bit bigger than I was expecting. That's all the way there. There still might be a little bit of a gap, though. I really wish you could terraform the beach, like shape it a little bit more to where you want it to go. That'd make me happy. All right. Throw that there. There's the loft bed. So then, garden chair. Stall, I think we might still need mug. Let's save that for later. So what we'll probably do is whatever color roof we have here, we will change this stall to match. I mean, I guess I could even use... I don't know if I'd want to use that one, though. Over here, though. Can I fit the tent here? No. Maybe if I scooch this to the right? How much room do you need? What? Oh. Guess I need to make... Oh, it is huge! How did I not realize that? Maybe we'll put this... Maybe this needs to be a little bit longer. Let's do one long. One more long. I wonder if one more stall would fit right here. It might. Do I have the espresso machine? Yes. Okay. Let's run back. Actually, we're going to pop over... Gonna go home real quick, see if we can procure maybe another stall, or we might have to make one. All right. Do I have a stall that I'm not using? No, I think I need to just make one. All right. So we make a new stall. I need another sea creature also while we're here. Or fish. Preferably one that you would cook. Crawfish? So small, though. You know, we have some... I think we have another one out there somewhere. But hold on. So we craft another stall. Customize it to look like the other one, which will probably not be the same design that we're going to keep in the end. But for now, at least, I can't remember. It's actually, I think it's white with this. Okay, let's just replace this, drop it on the ground. I'm gonna run back over here. Get a few more of those items that I'm missing. There's a sea creature up on this hill. Okay, mine. Mine. What's this? Coffee cup. I'll take it. And what am I? Oh. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's the radio. Okay. Why do I have you? Get out of here. Let's take one of these. Oh, look at... Wait, oh, I think I'm covering him. Oh, Snake, he fell asleep. Look at that. Look at that little guy. Well, you have a good rest. You have a good rest. He looked so tired there for a second, and then... Oh, there's Hopkins just enjoying some sun. Oh, and he's done enjoying the sun. For whatever reason, I feel like most villagers must be programmed to, like, if the player ever stops, they, like, immediately stop what they're doing and just go elsewhere, which is annoying when you're trying to take a photo of them. Place here. Okay. Now, question. Nice, okay. So if we figure something out, we can actually place coffee grinder. Whoops, what? Nope. You need to go on this thing. And I guess we might need to put some stalls behind it, maybe. What? Why won't you go? Just go next to the... Okay, thank you. I don't know if we have anything... I'm not surprised that stall fit there. Like, just right in that spot. I don't know if I'll keep that pattern. Though it does, I mean, it works. It matches the blue and the white. I was kind of thinking whatever we figure out to put in the front here will be the same. Where's the unglazed dish? That looks more normal. This is weird. I need to put something here, because this is just an odd space. And then maybe... Do. Oh, I read that wrong also. You said you are surprised that fit there. Right here, yeah, it's kind of weird. I will say it's kind of awkward to have the fence just end one short also. That's why I kind of think maybe putting simple panels behind it might be good. Because it, it just looks kind of strange that it's not even. And I don't think we can fit... No, we won't be able to fit another fence there. We can put here coffee cup. How about the mug? Keep the blue and white theme going. And one thing I did not check and see. Okay, I think. Oh, hold on. So this is likely not the one that we are using. Oh, come on. Okay, if I move it this way, this will be easier to push. Oh, what? It won't let me... How am I gonna do this? I guess I could... Now... My eyes are so dry. I think because the land dip's on the right. Yeah, it's kind of weird looking. I wish you could just kind of smooth out different parts of the sand, the beach or something. Okay, so this is one possible entrance, but again, I would like to find something that has more blue in it. So I'm not really satisfied 100% with that. And then we tried this one. This one doesn't look bad, but I don't think it's what I want. Because I want it to be, again, I kind of want it to be white and blue. We'll probably replace both of the creatures on the left. They don't quite fit. The crab is like way too flat and low that you can't really see anything. And then vampire squid is just like flying right now. But this is essentially what we want. It's not quite there yet, though. kid's tent. I don't think we have room for this. Maybe if I put it weirdly behind it. Would that still match? Would it still look like it's part of the same thing? Oh boy. I just got really tired. And a stretch. I just got so sleepy all of a sudden. All right. I just don't think this is kind of a weird shape. I wish because of all these like little sand whatevers, the shore isn't like perfectly aligned. I wish you could just kind of adjust it a little bit because I'd rather make this a square or rectangular shape. This looks just kind of, I don't know. Maybe this goes to the left of this. Then you can sit down, have some coffee. Oh, might be better. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. You'd think coffee would make me up. Make me up. You would think coffee would wake me up. However, sometimes I just get really sleepy when I have coffee. I think part of it, I'm not very affected by caffeine a ton. I don't know why that is, but I kind of never really have been. What do I have here? A coffee cup. Okay. Drop this here. What is this? Cinema roll stool. Probably won't use that. I was just feeling like I needed a nap and you started yawning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's contagious. It's mid-afternoon. I haven't had anything to eat. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired, everybody. And Animal Crossing is also so cozy and relaxing, and so it just is, you know. You guys know. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be weird. Because I guess I can't... Well, if I move everything up one, which would be weird, I could move this up one space and then have... I think there would be room for simple panels behind it. So maybe a tight fit. Which is fine. I don't know if I'm happy with either of them. I don't think either of them look bad necessarily, but I don't think either one fits the aesthetic that I'm going for right at this moment. What is this? Spookies. I just skipped over a song called Rest Area, and Tired Jet is feeling like that is dangerous right now. I would be so tired, I think. at the very least, this is a good start. I'm glad that we have this area at least made, and we can kind of adjust as needed. This, I think we're going to flip. We're going to put this over where this other one was. I meant to do something with this board and just never did. It's kind of a hard combination to play somewhere because it's a super colorful board. So I need to pick something out of it to kind of match. I think at some point I thought about maybe doing just a bunch of flowers around it, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. So let's put this board here for now. We'll figure out what to do with you. Like something kind of bright, but maybe we can just do a small little seating area instead of like a crazy thing. Like even if we just did and then we put I think we have some cushions. You just put some cushions there or something. Or this is totally off the cuff. Haven't really thought about what would go there. Let's customize those. Crane, goldfish, deep green, Azuki red. I don't think I have any thing that would necessarily match. I'm so sorry. Let's look at the just normal patterns here. The colors are yellow and like bright pink. Hammers, wake me up. Oh, this is kind of both. Oh, this kind of looks like my headband. Almost. I mean, like the flowers are very similar. That's funny. Oh, this technically matches the design more. But not the colors, really. Let's just see what that looks like. So sorry. Oh no, maybe I need to stream needs to end soon. Oh, so tired. And I just had a there's still some coffee left. Wake up, I know. Almost dinner time. I'm so sorry. It's just it's that mid-afternoon slump. Mid-afternoon slump. We all know it. It's a Tuesday. It's nap time. I wish siestas was a thing that was commonly accepted as a fair thing to do. Just gonna make some random ones, and we'll see what happens. Too tired to care. Like maybe I need to play a more intense game. Not getting on. Not today. Not anymore. More coffee. All right, let's see if we just throw these cushions around. Will this be acceptable? It's gonna clash. This is gonna look real bad. Whoops. What? Ugh, so many things. No, it doesn't look good. We're gonna just leave it there because at this point, I don't care. Maybe we'll do a simpler standee instead of the one with the cherry blossoms, and then I don't know. But I think we can make just something small here, because this was kind of a weird place to do anything, really. Because this is such an awkward walkway that you can't fit anything in. So we have some work to do. We have work cut out for us. But we have at least progressed, which is good. Because I think the last times I hadn't really done anything. Let's just double check the other area again, since we haven't seen it in a little bit. It's okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. There's some things I'm still not fully decided on, but it's looking okay. I feel like it'll be a decent little cafe, which is what we want. I might put a table more like sideways. I feel like when you're walking up, it just looks so empty. And maybe if I put like the espresso machine in the middle instead of on the sides, so that you can at least see it when you're walking up. I don't know. Alright, so I think we have figured out that I am a sleepy tired. And I don't think there's anything else that I want to like play to try to see if I can wake up a little bit. Like I could maybe play some Apex or something, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it. I think I just needed a nap. I think we all need naps. Right? We all need this. Anyway, I think we'll go ahead and just end the stream there. I appreciate everyone who's hung out. If you need a nap, I think let me be the one to tell you that you deserve a nap, and you should take it. Take that nap. We'll figure out my cafe thing later. Plus, this was a bonus stream, so we can end like 20 minutes early. I usually stream for 3 or more hours. 3 usually at minimum. But this is a bonus stream, so we can end early. This is all extra. This is all extra that I can add, and so later if I end the stream early, like tomorrow, I can be like, oh, but you see, yesterday was a bonus stream, so it all evens out. Tomorrow will be more of a normal stream. It'll be earlier, I think, though I think I have a meeting at some point tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't know if we'll be back with Animal Crossing tomorrow. We'll see. I kind of want to play Animal Crossing more when I know that there's a plan for something. Like I know I have an idea of what I want to work on. And so I might just start looking at patterns again for the next few days. So we'll be back with something tomorrow. Don't know what yet. Friday, Pokemon Snap. That'll be fun. And then Saturday will be another indie game or puzzle game. Not sure what yet. I haven't decided. There's a few that I have on the list, but I haven't decided exactly what. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and end the stream. I appreciate everybody for hanging out today. Thank you, Wavy Cat and Emmers. And who else was here for a bit? Oh, Ponce and Gilmore and Burnsy. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting. I know we chatted anime for a really long time. Oh boy, fun stuff. And then of course everyone here who was at the beginning, Blitz and Cola and Secret Life. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, and I apologize, but I appreciate everyone who came and hung out. And Maluna, thank you so much for resubscribing. 4 months. I really appreciate that. And Julia, thank you so much for cheering 10 bits. Amazing. I really appreciate any and all of the support. It makes me really happy that you guys seem to be enjoying the stream. So, anyway, on that note, we're just going to end. No raid today. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will probably take a little nap, and then I will be in the Discord. So if anybody wants to chat later, just hit me up. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.